I'm very bored. I wish there was something I could do, Maybe a project or something cool to pass the time. But sadly, there's really nothing I can do. I have an idea. Maybe I can get COD Mobile on the Nintendo Switch. But wouldn't I have to download Android first? There's no way. There's no way you can do that. It's impossible. There's not even an emulator, like a website you can go to that lets you do that. Not possible. Like, I don't understand how you think it's possible. It's not. It's a Switch, for crying out loud. You don't think the Joy-Cons on. It's a Switch. You can't possibly have anything related to Android on a Switch. The only thing we have close to that is a website that has a website. That's the only thing we have close to it. But what if I told you I was lying? Yes, I indeed was lying. Hello guys, welcome to another video. It's Electrifying Orbit, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get Android 10 based off of Lineage 17.1 on your Nintendo Switch. I don't know why I did that, as you can see, this is a Nintendo Switch. Screen of the Nintendo Switch has the border, it has the Joy-Con rails in there, has the official Nintendo logo, all that. It's made by Nintendo, but it has an Android on there. I'm going to show you how to get it on there. So, without further ado, let's head in here. So first, what you're going to want to do is head to forum.xda.developers.com, and then this right here, I will be linking this in the description, and this is the SwitchRoot Android 10 thing. So if you go to this installation thing right here, it's going to bring you to this website. And then it's going to tell you exactly what to do. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to need an RCM exploitable switch, which means you have to have a unpatched switch, which means no switch lights, no switch OLEDs, just a regular old switch, like the original gen. Mine was compatible, so that's the one that got it to work. And then you're also going to need an RCM exploitation method, which you can use a jig, which you can also buy on the internet, which is Amazon. You can buy it for like $6, and then or you can use a paperclip, which is what I used because I'm not spending $6 on Amazon because I'm broke. Alright, and then you're going to want to use a computer. For me, it was a Chromebook, which I didn't think I was going to be able to do it on a Chromebook, but I was. And then you're also going to want to be using a USB-C cable to a USB switch auto injector. You're also going to want to have a high quality SD card. Mine is 64 gigs, so in this one just says 16 gigs. And you're also going to need a micro SD reader, but since this is a Chromebook, you're going to be having a good time. Alright, so it's going to delete everything on your SD card, and once you load into Android, unless you have a triple boot system, you will not be able to load back into the regular Switch OS. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to download Hekate, which is the bootloader, and you're gonna want to take out the SD card on your Switch, and you're gonna want to put the bootloader folder inside of the root. And then, so I'm gonna click here, I'm gonna download the latest version of Hekate. Hekate and Nix, and you're also you can read through this if you want. You're gonna want to drag and drop that into the root when you put your thing in there. You're gonna want to copy this folder only, and then when you copy that folder, I'll show you what to do. Copy, so get that. Show one folder. And you want to have Hekate CTKer, CAER, 6.0.3, Nix 1.5.3 zip, and then you're going to want to open that, and there should be a bin folder. This is going to be useful for later, so keep this unzipped, but do not open this, but keep this bootloader folder. And you're also going to want to download a thing called Ecosa tab. This is the Android. And do not unzip this folder when you put it in your SD card, but do not put it in your SD card right now. You're also going to want to install something called GApps. So let me go back, clear out of this. Ecosa should have GApps somewhere here. Here, I'm gonna find GApps real quick. So let me go to my history, because I don't remember where it went. I don't know. I don't have the website copied. I did a couple days ago. Okay, so I'll be right back. I don't know where it went. That's Atmosphere. Yeah, I'll be right back. So, when you get to this website, opengapps.org, you're going to want to click ARM64. Then you're going to want to click 10.0. And then you're going to want to come down here and then select Pico. And then you're going to want to download this. We're going to want to download this and keep it in somewhere safe. Now, what I also recommend you doing is... let me wait for this to download. Okay, while that's downloading, I need to say some quick things. So what you're going to want to do is, when you put your SD card in here, I don't want to take it out because, well, I just don't want to. You're going to want to make a switch backup. So I'm going to go to my Google Drive, my drive, and I just made a switch backup folder. You're going to want to copy everything. So like, the reason why you do it on Google Drive instead of just copying the switch stuff from your SD card and putting it straight into your Google downloads is because apparently it doesn't work. Sorry about that. And so for me, what I did was I copied everything into a switch backup folder, and then when it was done downloading, I copied that into the downloads folder. So like, I downloaded this stuff, so I got my stuff from the SD card, put it in this backup folder at my drive, and then when I was done downloading, I took the stuff from the drive folder and put it in my downloads folder. And then we're gonna want to keep the OpenGapps not unzipped, but you're gonna want to unzip the lineage, and then also just keep this, but do not do anything with it yet. So, once you're done with that, you're going to want some, you have ARM64, you're going to want to keep this open. Now, because I used this to turn on my Switch not so long ago, so I'm going to reload this website. Keep the SD card inside of your PC, because you're going to want to drag the bootloader folder I had made, which is right here, the bootloader folder you downloaded, which is this right here, the bootloader folder. You're going to want to drag and drop that into the SD card, the root of the SD card. The way my SD card was set up was it had the Nintendo folder and then the lost DIR. I think that's lost directives, I don't know. You're going to want to put that right next to the two folders. If your folders are different, just copy it to the root of the SD card. And don't do anything else after that. Close your folders, and then click Upload Bin Payload, and go to Choose File, and then you're going to want to go to this, like I said before, and you're going to want to click on this bin. Once you click on bin, I'm going to turn off my switch real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so assuming you have your switch turned off, I'm going to take this Joy-Con out. This is the right one. And then you're going to want to either slide your RCM jig in here. I have a setting turned on, which is auto RCM, so I do not need to do this. I don't have to use the jig, the jig I made. So what you're going to want to do is go to that website, and then you're going to click upload bin payload, not the Hecate one that's already provided, because that's the old version. Click on upload bin payload. Then you're going to want to click choose file, and then you're going to want to go to that Hecate folder that I showed you. Click bin. Click the 6.0.3 bin folder, and then assuming you can see this, click the power and volume up button at the same time, and if that works, and if you have the RCM thing connected, you're in that mode. So then you're gonna want, there's a button that says do the thing, click that, and then this thing called switch exploit wants to connect, and then it should say APX. This is the switch. You're gonna want to press connect, and then at this point it's safe to take out. I mean, for you guys at this point, just keep the thing in, but for me, I can take it out, no problems. But for you guys, keep it in. Alright, so once you have Hecate loaded up, you're going to want to click Nix settings right here. You're going to want to click dump Joy-Con Bluetooth, and that is what's going to operate your Android OS. Then you're going to want to click out of that. And then you want to click out of it when it's done, click close, and then go to tools, which is at the very top right there, the thing highlighted in red. Then it should say partition SD card. And most of you probably have never made an EMU MMC, so do not allocate space for it. But if you have, just make sure just keep allocating space until it says full right next to the number. And then for this, the orange slider, you're going to want to slide that over to the amount of space you want to have for your Android partition. And then once you do that, so like for me, I had 27 gigs, but I'm not going to do anything for it because like I already made it. So then after that, you're going to want to click next step, and then it will say this will partition the SD card. If you did not make a copy when you had the SD card in your computer, you can click SDUMS. It will hook up your switch to your computer, and then you'll be able to access files from there. If you have, then click start, and then it'll give you a message that say, are you really sure you do want to go with this procedure? And then I'm pretty sure it's power to continue, and then it'll wipe everything off the SD card. So once it wipes everything off the SD card, you are clear to, as far as I know, you're clear to put your SD card back into your back into your switch and back into your computer, or you can just connect the cable back to it, click SDUMS, and then make a copy. So I'm going to go back into my files. Alright guys, so when you connect your thing back into your switch, if you did the route I did, and you went to your Google Drive, put the folders in a Drive folder, and then copy the files to your download folder, which is the route I did it, then you're going to want to go into your downloads and copy all the stuff that you had from in here, copy that, and just drop that into your Switch SD. Once you do that, then you're going to want to find the two files I had earlier, the lineage, and then copy and paste all of this and then put it into your SD card. Now here's a problem that most people probably didn't have, and I had it. the lineage did not get copied because it just copied it, but these two folders, when I copied them in here, 2 additional folders with the same name were put into here, and I'm guessing it was just the same thing, but I guess it was just this, but it had like switch root and then 1 right next to it and then another 1 right next to the bootloader one. But if you copy it on your Chromebook, like if you're doing this on Chromebook and you just copy these and you get like 2 of the same folder, just copy the one, like copy the new one, like the contents of the new one into the original folder, and then when you're done with that, same thing applies for the bootloader, then delete the 2 extras that had gotten put into the switch SD. So just make sure there is no 1 right next to these, and so like it just looks like this. So like you just have the 2 regulars, the 2 regular folders, the 2 base ones that you had earlier, that you had when you first put in your thing. But when I tried doing it, I just kept the 2 extras in this SD card, and it did not flash the Android. So yep, after this, then you're going to want to, after you're done copying all of this and then deleting the extra files, if there are any, you're going to want to copy open gaps and put that in there, but do not like do anything. Just like you're going to want to copy it, put it inside of your SD card, but do not unzip it. Once you're done doing that and it looks very normal, there's not 4 folders with the same name attached to them, go ahead and put it back in your switch. And also, if you're still in Hekate, if you go to options, if you go to, I forgot what it was, if you go to Nix, I can't find it. If you go to tools, at the bottom right, it should say ArcBit RCM Touch. If you click that, there should be a button that says Auto RCM On. If you click Auto RCM, then if you end up turning off your thing on accident, you will not need to use the JEG. All you have to do is use the website I showed you, inject the payload, and that's how it turns on. That's what I always do for me when I'm not loaded into Android and when I'm loaded in here. So that's done, and I'm going to do something else now. Once you have put the SD card back into your Nintendo Switch and fired up Hekate, if you have not already fired it up, then you're going to want to do the exact same thing you did with the partitioning SD card. So you're going to want to go to Tools. Sorry, I was in a different menu. I have to exit out of that. Oh, there it is. I had to fix something. So then you're going to want to go back to the partition SD card, and then you're going to see a little thing that says Flash Android. That is going to flash the kernel, DTP, and apparently TWRP, but for me it's recovery, and that's what it looks like. I don't know if there is a confirmation message, but all you have to do is just click continue. It'll flash it. If it works, good, and then you can go ahead and reboot system. Now, there was apparently a way I could get back into that menu without having to per se have to go through the process again. So I'm gonna look that up so I can get back into that menu, because I think I saw something related to that. So I will be right back. Alright, so I'm back. I apparently it would boot me back into stock firmware, so I'm going to show you a video. Shout out to Clutch X Gaming, because I followed his tutorial and it worked perfectly. I didn't think it would work on freaking Switch, but it did. And also, if you go to his video, he has the exact links and a CFW if you need it. So I'm going to do his video, but since I don't want to get copyright strikes, so I'm going to mute my audio. I just muted my my audio. So you're gonna wanna, when you get to this, you're gonna just wanna swipe to allow. And then you're gonna wanna click this install. Then there's should be a select storage, and then you're gonna wanna click on your micro SD card. You're gonna wanna install Lineage first, as he says in his video. And when that's done, you're gonna wanna click the back arrow right there. Then you're gonna wanna install GApps. Once GApps is installed, you're going to want to click Reboot System, which is that button right there. And then, as you can see, it'll say Hekate right there, and it'll boot you up. It'll show like the Lineage thing, and then it'll show you hi there, and then you can customize it how you want. So, shout out to ClutchX Gaming. I followed his tutorial, and it worked exactly right. I recommend you go check out his video. I will be linking his video in the description. And, yeah, that's basically it. And if you want to get back into Hekate when you're fully booted into your Android, all you have to do is restart it, and then when the logo that pulls up when you restart it, when that pulls up, you just want to hold the volume down button, and it'll bring you into Hekate, so you can install anything you want. Anyways, that's my thing. Thank you guys for watching. Huge thanks to ClutchX Gaming. His tutorial was great, and thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.